please read the question that we have here and we will get started. So let's talk about the question. The question is saying we have a company of making coffee mugs, of course, and we normally sell them at $10 per unit. And then we have some cost like how much it costs us to make the coffee mug. I hope you remember. Material, okay, good. Variable labor, variable overhead is variable, of course. Fixed overhead is given as per unit, but we know it's not a per unit in like nature. It is a total cost that has been divided by their existing units to find the per unit, right? So this fixed overhead is actually the total fixed overhead that the company is paying, but they are just dividing it by the number of units they are producing at the moment. Okay, then they're saying the company has unused capacity. So unused capacity is like, when you rent out a huge space, so you're only using a part of the space. That means the rest of the space that is free, that's your unused capacity. Means I can do the work on that space without having to rent out another building. So here they're saying the company has unused capacity and receives a special order from a client in another country for 3,000 coffee mugs at $6.5 each. The customer will cover shipping and handling, and no additional selling costs are involved. Again, to solve this question, we really just need to know the format. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the format we already learned and see if it can help us make this a special order decision. Okay. So on the left side, we have to write the direct material it will take us to complete the order, because if you notice, cost to make the order and revenue from the order. So cost to make the order material per unit is 2, and we are supposed to make 3,000 bucks. So 2 times 3,000, $6,000 will be our cost to make the coffee mugs. Then we have direct labor, which is 1.5 times 3,000. So 4,500 is the direct labor. Variable overhead, again, we always know it's also variable. So 1 times uh, 3,000. And then the fixed overhead avoidable. Do we have any avoidable fixed overhead? No, we just have a fixed overhead that we already are paying. We're just dividing by the number of units. So that means in order to do this, let's say complete the order, we don't have any avoidable fixed cost, means we can get rid of any. So this will obviously be 0. Like I said, I think in the previous video as well, that um, fixed overhead avoidable in this type of decisions you don't really get to see. Opportunity cost, are we losing out on some other products by making this order? No, we're using unused capacity, so no opportunity cost. And then revenue from the order, so $6.5 each. So let's see, 6.5 each times 3,000 mugs, 19,500. Now we do the total. If the revenue is more, of course we will accept the order. For some reason, why is it not letting me remove? Oh, there we go. Okay. So this will total into 13,500, and this is totaling into 19,500. So of course, if you notice here, we are making more total revenue than the total cost we have to incur to make the order. So this means we should accept the order. Again, by we mean the company that's making the decision. Accept the order. And also, that's the first requirement they were asking. Should classic company, company accept or reject the order? So we'll say we should accept the order. The second requirement is what is the net impact on operating income, means profit, if the order is accepted. That's pretty simple. You just look at the difference between the cost and revenue, which is 6,000, right? So the operating income will increase by $6,000 by accepting this order. And we are done.